Cuba, it's me. Welcome to episode 220 of the Willow Show, which stands for Wrestling is Life. Life is Wrestling. Now, sometimes I like to do the hypothetical what ifs. So let's say something happened where wrestling was banned forever. They did some kind of tests on CTE and they banned UFC, NFL, hockey, and wrestling. And there was no more allowed to be wrestling. It was illegal. It was against the law. And you could never wrestle another match. You could never, as a fan, watch another match, except for the old ones that already happened. Any new matches. If you're a ref, you can never ref another match. You can never promote another show. Whatever the case may be. Now, so hypothetically speaking, if it all ended tonight, what would your best memory of wrestling be? If you're a fan, what was the best memory? Maybe it's just something, just a match you saw. Maybe it was something you experienced live, something that happened to you where you got to be a part of the show or something like that. If you're a referee, what is your favorite match you ever reffed or favorite moment you've ever been a part of? Or once in a while the ref gets to do a spot. What was your favorite thing that you could pinpoint? I know it's hard, and I know everyone's going to say the same thing. Too many to choose. Too many to choose. Well, you have to pick one. Just pick one. The first one that comes to your mind. There's no right or wrong answers. You have to pick one. As a wrestler, what is your favorite memory of wrestling? Maybe it's a good match you had. Maybe it's the feeling you got from talking to a fan. Maybe it's winning a title. Maybe it's getting booked by promotions and makes you feel good for yourself that when you work your way to something. What is the case? For me, I'm just going to pick one. You know what? The match I had on Saturday, me and W.I.L.L.I.W faced Clay Wilson and Nolan Pig. Now, the reason why I picked this match is because it probably wasn't the best match I ever wrestled, but one, it was a lot of fun, and I don't take anything for granted. I know that every match I wrestled could be my last match. I know that, and from now on, for the last 5 years since I returned to wrestling, I just enjoy everything about it. I just be positive. I don't think about the negative. I mean, I do, but I quickly try and get that out of there. I don't want to be upset. I don't want to be sad. I want to be happy. So I don't let other things ruin that for me. So I choose to look at the good in everything. And like I said, I don't take anything for granted now. And sometimes, doesn't matter how good the match is technically. I'm not saying that it was a bad match by any means. Everything we did was on point. It's just we didn't do a lot. Like when you're the second match on the card, you can't be going out there and doing 15 finishers. Then it's not fair to the people that have to work after you. But if you can have a good match doing simple basic things and have the crowd in your palm of your hand, then one, you're doing a good job for the show, the crowd is enjoying it, and you could give yourself a pat on the back. I'm going to, because we didn't take away from anything else, but the crowd made the match for me. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just such an amazing feeling when you've had matches where you did all these crazy reversals and all these big high moves and everything you could think of, and you put days and days and days into planning it, and the crowd just sits there and they're like, oh, that was cool. Like, but when they chant for you the whole time just to make a tag, there's something special about that. And I have nothing but good things to say about those two young guys I wrestled. I mean, yes, they were our opponents and I wanted to beat them, but as far as knowing their spot and knowing what they were supposed to do, and not doing the same mistakes that I made when I was 18 and 19 years old and trying to cram everything into one match and trying to suggest too many things. Man, those were really good, humble guys, and they played their part and they didn't try to be more than they were. I know that they can have way different matches than that, but they did the match that was asked of them and they did it perfectly. So to me, that was my favorite memory, because all the other memories are great, yes, but I'm in the now, and I love the past, and if it did all end today, I would sit there. I always do. I sit there and reminisce about the old times. But to have such a good feeling now, well, I'm gonna be happy for weeks because of that. Especially when the last couple matches I've been involved in haven't been that great. They haven't been bad, but I haven't got that feeling where it was over and I just feel elated and on like a high. Um, Man, the adrenaline still hasn't worn off for me. I would really like to see the match. We're working on that. So just do it. Come on. Pick something. Like, or you get a leg drop. Comment, or you get a clothesline. Subscribe, or you get a suplex. I'm your host, Eluan Habanero. I love wrestling. Cuba!